cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold, cash digital, digital, digital. The dash is digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash is digital, digital, the dash is digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why, I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win, I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash is digital, digital. The dash is digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm just trying to feed my kids. I'm just trying to keep my way. I'm just trying to live my life while we get rich. My biz, money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a one and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions.
Good morning, good morning. Not this one, this one. There we go. Wrong scene, wrong scene. There we go, nice. All set. Yeah, we have a lot of people from the US here. Nice, nice. Pulling up late. Respect to that, pulling up late. Didn't expect most of the European people pull up at this time, but you guys decided to pull up, so that's pretty cool. And yeah. Do you guys normally trade at this time or what? What's the deal with that? But yeah, interesting day on GJ here for sure. As for news today, yesterday we had basically, there we go. There's the UK people. Morning, morning. Yesterday we had very, very interesting move, which was caused by basically the Chancellor saying of UK saying, okay, look, we are going to tame interest rates and we're in the right direction. So inflation should cool down. And we saw that positively into the GBP. So today is going to be Thursday and we have a European bank holiday, but not a GBP bank holiday. So volume might come in a little bit later here. So we need to expect that because normally we have the European bank open in around 30-ish minutes. But what might happen is we might see a lot of volume come in UK time, or we just might continue. We have unemployment claims for the USD here, so that will affect gold around just after New York Open, right? 30 minutes after New York Open, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. That's the time where most of the news comes out, right? And yeah, so pretty chill, nothing too much to worry about in our session, right? And what we do have to worry about is what price is doing. So crazy move yesterday and a big daily candle closure above this range. We are closing within the wick, so it's not, you know, once we have a lot of wicks like this, you can see, you know, we are within this zone. So the 4 hour has not closed above, but if we're looking at price action as a whole, the daily has closed above the daily resistance. So, you know, this is the first time we're doing it since, you know, God knows, all the way back in like 2016, right? That's the last time we closed in this zone. So I'm just going to mark up this zone here on 2016 just so I have it, right? Just to see where that is. I'm going to change my line to like this. We're going to put that DR, right? Just to have the zone, just, you know, this is an important zone. And I wonder if I can rewind till at least here like this. And then I can check also the 4 hour. There we go. And we find we have a 4 hour resistance here, right? We have another 4 hour resistance here, which is potential. So these are kind of our next zones, right, that we need to keep an eye on, right? So this is the previous 4, and this is from 2016. So since it's from all the way back in 2016, there might not be too much weight on these zones, right? We might see price completely ignore these zones and shoot all the way through. But if I can mark it, I might as well mark it, right? So just to have an idea of what potential targets could be here. Let me just change the color to white. And this is the max target here, 174, 600, big target. So that's a max target. And yes. All right, so what is this range? Yeah, look at that. That's rejected from up there. So I don't really need to mark that. I can see that's a rejection wick. So this we can remove. So if we're looking at daily candle, bullish close, obviously mixed session at the moment, right? Because we're at this 4-hour resistance. If we measure the range we have, we don't have much range to the top here. You know, we only have 14 pips here to the next 4-hour resistance. And then if we do break through, then we can see, you know, a nice move towards the upside here, right? But for now, what we're doing is we found a kind of resistance, but we have formed a support here. So this, you know, you have to understand that this is exactly the similar scenario to this here, right? This is the same scenario that's happening right here, right? Where next to 4-hour resistance, we create some form of pullback, and look what ended up happening. So again, I'm not going to be the first person to sell. You can see how that doesn't work all of the time. You know, I'm going to have a primary bias of buys. That is what I'm comfortable taking here. But I do understand that we could retrace some of this move here. So if I am going to take sells, I'm not going to take sells on this first breakout. I'm probably going to wait for sells below 171.288. Or if we do something like this, pull back up, then break that. If we break that, that would be easier to take counter trend sells and give me confidence that we're heading down. Because if we're going to get a fake out, it's most likely going to happen here. Price going to close bullish and I can take buys and we find ourselves up to here. And if you measure that type of move, you know, that's a 46 pip move. So plenty of space to take a buy here and take trades. As for right now, you know, there's a potential if we respect the support that we're currently trading at here, we could find ourselves trading back to the top of the range here. Just want to see what is, yeah, that's 19 pip range. So yeah, we have to see a next candle closing bullish, and then the next one that opens respects the lows, and then we can maybe trade towards up to here based on what I'm seeing on 30 and 1 hour, right? This is not the best 1 hour close for buys, that is for sure. But you know, selling could be an option. We could keep it fully mixed today, but I do want to get below the 4-hour low. So potentially, you know, looking at how this 1 hour might close, if the 1 hour does close like this bearish, and we can start getting below this low and create some sort of resistance here, I could sell to here. So what is this range? So 14 pips to there, 19 pips to there, and potential continuation. So yeah, it's not bad range. But again, we need the resistance below, and that's my rules for counter trend. When I'm counter trend trading, I need the resistance below. Everyone's gonna try to sell this, and they're gonna get in big trouble unless they get a bit lucky here, right? Because they're saying, oh, this is the top, we're at all-time highs, let's press sell. I've seen this happen a lot, and I'm gonna show you an example of what happened in 2020, right? So if you go back to 2020, for all you guys who weren't trading GJ back in 2020, that's pretty far back. Let's go back on the 4 hour, right? To 2020, back on the 4 hour in this move here. This was a great move that we started having. All of these pullbacks all failed, right? You can see pullback went up, pullback went up, pullback went up. All of these pullbacks accumulation went up, pullback ended up going up, pullback ended up going up, pullback ended up going up, until we had this kind of break of structure here on the 4 hour. Then we only started going towards the downside, right? So now if we look at what the 4 hour is doing, we don't have that break of structure. So yes, we are at the highest points of the market, so natural pullback is expected, hence I'm keeping it mixed position here, right? Mixed bias. But I don't think just a sell off the rip of this closure will be enough. I need to see this close, some sort of resistance, maybe on 5 minutes or something, and then maybe I can entertain sells. So yeah, let's see how this plays out. Morning. Nice, guys. Where did you draw the 250 support from? Which 250 support? This one here? It's from weekly resistance, but I just dragged it a bit to fit the 15-minute support here. So it was originally somewhere here, but I just dragged it a bit to fit the 15-minute support. Watching your live stream so far have given me rough idea. Making entries was a lot more confusing. Learning a lot right now. Amazing. I'm glad to hear that. It's how it should be. And yeah, keep at the live streams and it'll make more and more and more sense. That is the goal. Man, I'm late. Good morning. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. No worries. While this candle closes, actually this candle is about to close. So let's just see how it closes and then we can look at gold. Alright, candle is closed. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think of this closure here, right? What do you guys think of this closure? Is it a good closure? Good confirmation? Solid information here on this closure? Let's see in the chat what you guys think. Short to GJ from where? Sells to 170? That's a bit far, man. First, we need to reach 171, 220. Then you can think about the next zone. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream and enjoying the analysis, please consider leaving a like. 53 of us in here, 14 likes. Can get that up to 30. I think it's not enough info on the closure. Yeah, it's not the best close, right? Not the strongest close. Yeah, not solid. Exactly. Yeah, it's not solid. Right, playing at support here. So it becomes 50-50. Yeah, exactly, guys. This is all correct answers. I like it. So what we need is we need either this to create some sort of resistance below for us to take sells from here. Or, again, we continue with our bullish bias, right? So this is a purely mixed session today. Option to take both directions. So we need to just be a bit patient. A limit of yours got activated on 550. Just be careful, man, of this support, right? Just be careful of this support. We're not fully bearish just yet. We haven't even broken previous 4-hour lows yet, you see? Still being respected. So until that is broken, it's hard to go down. As for gold, let's have a quick look at gold. So daily time frame still continuing down bearish here. If this weekly candle can close below this support, I think gold can really sell down pretty hard from here. As for daily, we need to get below this kind of zone at 1969, and then I think sells will be very apparent here. Yeah, especially below this 4-hour zone, and it's gone. If we can start trading below this 4-hour zone, I think we can see gold trade down pretty heavily here. But we need to get below here. You can see all the rejections, how many times we have tried. And yeah, so for me today on gold, selling into the support, very, very dangerous. I'd wait for the 4-hour candle to get out of this zone and start trading below here, and then sells will be super easy. Alright, nice. So we have this candle now breaking the low. Let's have a look at what lower time frames are doing. Let's see this 5-minute close here in 1 minute, and I'll make a decision here. I'm waiting for gold to close below. Yeah, you need that 4-hour zone is very tough. You need a solid close below that 4-hour zone. I haven't turned on my light. You can't send links in this chat. Send it in Discord. I have Discord open. Just send it in Discord. Let me know when you send it in Discord and I'll pull it up. Can break the loan soon? Yes. Depends where you entered. You entered off buy limit, sell limit. Not really the way I trade. But yeah, I mean, as I said, mixed session. You just have to be cautious about this support. That's all I'm telling you, to be cautious about this support. And that's why I'm looking, if I'm going to sell, I'm going to sell below it. So I don't have to worry about that support. LTA stands for low traffic area, basically means where we have clean candles, because we want to trade in zones that have clean candles on the left here. If the zone doesn't have clean candles, then it can potentially reject. So if it was able to move easily in the past, we can expect it to move easily in the future. So those are the zones we want to concentrate trading on. I have a full video on LTA on the YouTube channel, so you can have a look at that. I always do sell stop or buy stop, or I do market execution, never limit. Yeah, your short is from up here, which is fine to get to the bottom of the range. A little bit early to take this, but again, just where this support you have marked, just be careful of this support. And I think your target is off, unless you just randomly drew that, but I think your target is off. Where your alert is a lot better. I think your first target should be 171.226. That is a good first target, 171.226. Let's see if we can get this 5-minute closing bearish here in 3 minutes. That's what I'm gonna personally wait for. If this just pushes down to the end of the screen, it's not my setup. Bro, what's the exact difference between sell stop and sell limit? A sell limit is you have to do it where sell stop is at a price higher than where it is, and a sell limit is where price has to come back to that point. The old weekly support is at 250 and the recent weekly support is at 138. Why do you have the old weekly support? Because it's really just a 15-minute support and I haven't changed the name, right? That's the reason why. 2 minutes till this candle closes. Let's have a look how this ends up closing. Hopefully it doesn't close too far down. We want it to close around here, that would be ideal. 30 seconds till this candle closes. As it breaks the low, would be good for an entry here, I believe. Stop loss will be above the 15-minute high. Somewhere around here. It's quite a big rejection. But yeah, it has to close below these wicks. I want to see it close below the wicks. All right, there's the close. I believe if we re-break these lows, we should be okay to continue down. Somewhere around here. That'll be the entry. If not, then we're safe and we're not triggered in the position. Also, 4 minutes till this 1 hour closes. So if it gets to like 2 minutes before the hour closes and the position is not there, I'm just going to wait for the hour close. There's no point of just let the hour close, wait for more confirmation. If it pushes down in the last 2 minutes, it's really unfortunate. But I don't want to enter 2 minutes before the hour opens and then the hour has to make a massive top wick here and I'm holding 20 pips of drawdown, you know, because of this massive top wick, and potentially hit my stop loss as well. It may retrace before. Retrace what before? Today's a tough spot. It's really, really mixed. You can be looking for buys if we get back into this range around here. And then sells. Also, you know, it's really mixed. Tough spot. Bro, if we get the opportunity to take the sell on GJ, how many lots should I be taking? Bro, if you don't know, you shouldn't be copying. If you don't understand that. Stop loss will be, for me, my personal stop loss is going to be above here. 18 pip stop loss. For a target of 18 pips as well. Safe stop loss. Anything that will close back in the range, I'll just cut the trade. Don't tell him that, man. He'll do it. Don't tell him that. He'll do it. Your help has really helped improve my trading. Amazing. Glad to hear that. Bro, your question, you ask the same question every single day, but you never learn. I can't keep answering the same question when you never learn. You have to learn how to calculate lot size. Use a lot size calculator. Go on Google, right? Take the effort to go on Google and type lot size calculator. With 6K account, you can use around 0.4 lot, 0.5 lot, depends. Depends on your stop loss. If you have a 20 pip stop loss, you need to use like 0.25 lot. Alright, 1 hour closed. 30 minutes closing inside of these wicks. 1 hour is also closing inside of the wick. If this is gonna sell, I needed to break the low. Same entry, breaking that low, I think will be the best opportunity for sells. For buys, it's not ready. I would risk maximum 3%. I would probably risk 1 to 2% is to be safe until I'm a good trader. When I'm a good trader, I can risk 3%. Is it not about one's risk appetite too? Yeah, for sure. If you can't handle the risk, then, but you know, you need to make sure that your account can handle it. There's no point of having $1,000 account and risking 500 per trade. You lose 2 trades, you're done. You're done, you know? Yeah, for buys, yeah, no support form. But these sells might play out if we start breaking these lows. That's what I'm populating here. So I probably will give it a go if it breaks these lows. My stop will be around 17, 18 pips. All right, triggered in. Stop loss going to be above these highs, and yeah, target just below the support, just to make it 1-to-1. But obviously break even at this support here, or closing before, whenever we can close. If this 15-minute rejects and close back in the range, I'm just going to close the trade for a small loss, manage loss. That's how I'm going to manage the trade. Been watching you so long that even the thought process is similar now? Yes. Now it's a game of patience. I don't like that it immediately rejected. It's not the best sign, but just have to let it play out. Would be nice for this 5 minute to close below my entry. That would have been a good close. Yeah, this rejection is not the best, but it's still okay until we close. If this in 8 minutes closes above this zone, or if this 5 minutes starts moving very, very fast and closes above 161,500, I can just close the trade and I only end up losing a very small amount, like 10 pips, 9 pips, instead of losing 17 pips. And then that'll be unfortunate, you know, it's what it is. Yeah, that's why I'm looking for a close above the... Yeah, as I said, yeah, exactly. As it closes above. You have a profitable 1 minute scalping strategy. Long term, 1 minute scalping is very, very tough. I wouldn't recommend all the time to use 1 minute scalping. It can be very, very tough long term. But maybe change different brokers or try demo accounts on different brokers to see how it is. You shouldn't be slip too much of the time. It might be spread, but how much are you closing? Like, what is your profit target? How much is your profit targets? Because if you're only trying to scalp 3-4 pips, then that might be the problem. +10 pips, yeah, you shouldn't be being slipped with 10+ pips. Really want this to dump, hit my triceps. Yeah, it's not looking the best at the moment, man. It's the problem with counter trend is that we can, anytime we have these possible rejection. Makes sense to continue down here just for a small scalp here on a counter trend trade. But the issue is that, you know, when trend is bullish, we can get all of these types of moves. Nice. I'm using a session bias indicator and it shows bullish for me at the moment. Don't we count mix if previous? Yeah, I know that is weird. I don't know why it's showing bullish. It's not reading this candle for some reason. Previous is bullish. So I don't understand why it's reading like that. I need to go check the code. But I'll check it after this trade. But yeah, that is weird. It shouldn't be showing bullish. It should be showing mixed. You are right with that. How do you make indicators? I pay someone to do it. Yeah, I know it's wrong. It's wrong. The indicator is wrong today. I don't know why. What's happening with it? Yeah, I don't know why. How about the 30-minute resistance on the far left? I'm just watching this. This looks okay. I'm just watching this 15-minute resistance here. Anywhere around here, I'm going break even. Around this point, this will be my break even point. Previous, Jiggy, previous 4 hour actually closed bullish. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Never mind. Going crazy. I'm going crazy. Yes, but we are breaking 4 hour lows. So yes, technically it is bullish, but very, very weak bullish. Yes, I'm going crazy, brother. Is it good to take 2 different trades at the same time? I don't recommend it. Yeah, this is a really bad close here on the 15-minute with this long rejection here. I really would have wished that it closed a little bit deeper. This will increase the probabilities. The trade becomes 50-50 if we don't close below the previous candle low here. So if in 1 minute we can't close below the previous candle low, the trade becomes 50-50. So yeah, let's see if we can do this in 50 seconds. Close below the low. Otherwise, the trade is 50-50. Come on, do it, GJ. Close below the previous low. Don't make this 50-50. Yeah, that's just below. No top wick. I do expect this to make a top wick. That's not the good sign. I don't like that this is coming down first without a top wick. But yeah, I will be moving to break even once it taps this zone here. We've tapped this wick here exactly. This is a resistance on the lower time frames. You know, this would be a safe spot to go break even. There's not really a point of losing this trade, to be honest, if we can't get below this. So this is crucial now if we can get below this. I want to see if we can just get a little bit of a push where I can just quickly go to break even here. But if this starts rejecting quick, I might make the decision to just close this trade break even, because this is counter trend. And we did push into profits here, and I don't want to lose this trade. My entry is not inside of the range, it's outside the range. So this thing could pull back all the way back into the range, then later on go down. So let's see if we can get this push here, hopefully. Nice. This is the push we want. Alright guys, we're approaching this resistance here to the left. I'm going to make this a risk-free trade, moving my stop to break even. There's no point of losing this trade at the moment. As we're approaching this support here, counter trend, we could reject this. And for all the people know, this could be a setup number 5, right? So this is why I'm moving to break even. On top of that, this is not really the best top wick. So at any time, this candle can flip and make a top wick and maybe even continue up, which will then put me in a losing position. So I'm not going to lose money when I'm already up a certain amount of money. It's not really enough to close, but I'm not going to lose money at this point, right? Doesn't make sense to lose money, right? You can see the rejections. 1 minute is struggling at this zone. Oops. So if the candle starts with a top wick and then moves down and closes bearish, it's a much better indicator than without the top wick. Exactly, because if a candle starts with a top wick, it means it's grabbed liquidity from the upside and has the juice to go down. But if the candle goes down first, at any time it could flip, make a top wick, and then come back down. So if this pushes down first, we can potentially lose all these profits or end up in a losing position, which is not what we want. a nice 5-minute closure that. I like it. Hopefully we can just complete and do a quick 5-6 pip push down, 7 pip push, and then we can be out. Just a quick 7 pip push, see if we can get some volume. Yeah, it's a nipple wick. Nipple wick is the nickname. It's a tiny, yeah, you're right. It's a tiny. Book partials, yeah, it's a good spot to book partials. Avoid losing the trade. Come on, GJ, just a quick push for us. Come on. There we go. Do it for me. Come on, be nice now, GJ. Lol, Nipplewick, good to know. Yeah, that's the nickname for it. Here's some rejection from this zone. We can expect it from the support. We are at break even. Yeah, it's not the best. We need to see how we respect this lower time frame structure here. Yeah, so at the moment we're rejecting off the support that was down here. Almost tapped me at a break even. And I'm out. Damn. Alright, break even trade. Unfortunate. Stopped at break even, but we kept safe. Is what it is. Could have secured, but you know, it's not enough. There was only 10 pips. My target was a little bit bigger. My target was 16 pips. But you know, I'll take it. What to do? I'll take it, I'll take it. We tried the counter trend, but was not enough, right? Was not enough, right? We wanted to try get to the bottom of the range, but we went to break even. We managed the position. Still a good trade, in my opinion. Well managed. That's break even. I wanted that to play out, man. Wanted some profits. But see, now we avoid all of this drawdown, right? No money lost, a good day. Yes, we were in good profits. I mean, it was a good trade. 10 pip profit, but it wasn't enough, right? It wasn't enough. We can't just close at random spots, you know. It did make sense to close at this spot here. This was our resistance, right? But for me, I was trying to get down a bit more further down to the bottom of the range here, just to try get down, and that's why I entered this position. I knew it could put me in a profitable position, but I wanted to get further down into the range. Fortunately, it didn't give me the opportunity to do that. But this is why with counter trend we want to go break even, because it is kind of, I'm saying it's more of a bullish bias. Previous did close bullish, but we were trading below the lows and we've created a resistance. But with counter trend, you know, this could end up flipping and now we could be looking for buys later on. So you know, this could just be a retest, and now we could close back in the range, and then we can start seeing buys, which is maybe another possible trade I'm populating that is potential to get in, right? Because we always want to stick to the higher time frame bias, but doesn't mean that we can't take these counter trend sells, right? Can we enter again if it's just a pullback? If it was just a pullback and you want to hold it. But for as my plan, I don't really like counter trend trading. I'm mostly a trend trader, and for me, we are still bullish on GJ, and GJ looks very bullish to me. So I wanted to try get into a position, get into profitability, and go break even. Because my statistics and based on my back testing, counter trend positions, they're not the highest win rate. But when you have a good setup like this, we do have a good chance to push into profits. But then, you know, any type of rejection, we don't know where this is gonna, what's gonna end up happening with this candle here, right? And I don't want to hold drawdown. We held drawdown for 15 minutes in this trade. It pushed us into 10 pip profit. There's no point of losing this trade now, right? And again, it's counter trend. The key thing here that's changed now is the target, the place where we were supposed to go break even has already been met. So realistically, the first target has been met here. Since the first target has been met, now you don't know what's the probabilities for this to retest it and break it again. So until it re-breaks it again, it's not going to, nothing might happen, right? I took a risk and sold, watch it reverse and come down and hit original TP. Yeah, you know what it's like. That's GJ Classic. That's a GJ Classic, mate. I took a risk and sold from 171,695. Yeah, those counter trend, they can play out if it works good. If my trade was inside of the range, I don't trade at this time. This is outside of my trading time. So all of this is not my moves. These are not my moves, so it doesn't bother me. I just came and took the move that was in my trading time. I don't know if this makes any sense, but Luigi, I exit when price is 80% to my TP. What happened before is it will be like 5 pips from my TP and reverse. Yeah, the problem is then your TP is not too accurate. My TP was just the bottom of the range here. The reason why is that this is not enough monetary wise. I mean, it is. I could have closed and make a good profit for today, to be honest. Much more than a lot of people would be making. But my losses are going to be a lot bigger than this profit, right? It's going to be... So that's why I wanted to at least get down to here, because I don't want to take this small profit here, right? And then, well, it's not relatively small in comparison, but small compared to my loss. And then if I take a losing trade, it just wipes that profit. I rather take something that's around how much I would lose in the trade and keep that consistent. Because if you keep closing trades and losing more, then it's gonna be a problem. How much capital would you trade? Do you trade with? I like to keep around mid 5 figures in my account. I don't like to put 6 figures in my account because it's too much. It's too much. If anything happens to the broker, I don't want to lose 6 figures. One thing you can do, Daniel, is that you just need to find your TPs better. You know, just target it and let it run to TP. Because if you guys have watched my trading, I close most of my trades earlier anyways, but I close them at a responsible place. If I was to close at this spot here today, that's a bad practice because that's way less than I expected. I would have looked like a hero today because I would have sniper closed and we would have not avoided this and we would have not become break even. But in reality, what would have happened is that this is not going to be profitable long term because you're just closing way under what you should be making. I don't put 6 figures in my account. I don't put 6 figures in my account because I don't want anything to happen to the broker. I keep, you know, whatever to risk 3% for 3% of what I am comfortable risking, which is a 4-figure amount. So if you were to risk $1,000 and you're risking 3%, you can have like a $40,000 account, 35. Your setup has form at NZD USD. I don't even think I have NZD USD on my watch list. Gold is moving now. What do you think? Yeah, just moving towards the upside, bouncing off this 4-hour support. It's a crucial zone. If you're gonna, I don't recommend taking buys just yet. It's not a, if you were to take buys, you should have scalped it from the lows here. Should have been in right from the lows. Now it's a bit late. If this creates resistance, you could find yourself back down here, you know? But yeah. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just gonna go to the toilet. Be back in 1 minute. You don't need to throw all your money into a broker. Always, some people just throw enough money to cover the trading day. You can put money into your broker and it's there in 10 minutes. Yeah, but you want to make sure that's a bad, that will mess with psychology. You want to make sure that you have enough money that you're not risking, yeah, you don't want to risk 10%. That's a bad practice. Risking 10% a bad practice, because if you take 2 losses in a row, right? If you take 2 losses in a row, your account now is down to 800, right? So that's going to mess with your psychology, your account down to 800. And if you have a bad streak, you're going to lose everything, you know? So I would say maximum, if you're just on a small account, you want to at least trade with 5%, right? Risk maximum on a small account, 5% risk. This will keep you safe long term. Because if you go with the practice that Jiggy is saying, a lot of you who are not experienced, if you're experienced, you can take that type of approach. But if you're not experienced, then you guys are going to just blow accounts because you're not profitable yet. So that 800 is, that 1000 is going to go in 10 trades, you know? You're just going to lose that money super quick. And that's not what I want you guys to happen. But if you're experienced and know how to manage risk and can control and know when to close, and you're profitable, right? You have a proven profitable strategy, then guess what? Then you're going to be fine, and you can risk higher, you know? GJ has a tendency to stop out people prior to swinging in the direction. Yeah, it didn't stop us out, so we're fine. That's not playing true. We just decided to close at break even so that we wouldn't have to hold 10 pips, 11 pips worth of drawdown. Yeah, monetary value is the same. Wouldn't do it myself, but if you're really concerned about your broker, then it's approach. Yes, 100% I agree. I'm just saying for people who are not profitable, it's a bad practice. But if for you, someone who knows how to trade and is comfortable and can manage risk and has a profitable strategy, then it's fine. You can do that type of trading because you're just trading based on monetary value. But for a beginner who doesn't know what they're doing, they're just going to lose so much money risking 10% a trade. Since you're in Dubai, what broker do you trade under? I trade under IC Markets, but I'm not affiliated with them. This is a nice close here on the 5 minute. Needs to close above 500. It's trying. Yeah, I need to see a close above 500. Or this 15-minute close in 10 minutes here. Bro, can you scalp sell on GJ now? No, it's a mixed bias. We tried the sells. I'm not selling. It's done. My sells are done. This was one of my targets. It tapped my targets and rejected. Now it's done. I told you this is counter trend. My rules is I'm a trend trader. I do know how to counter trend. That's why I took this position. But it's not my primary bias. My primary bias today is buys. Because GJ is bullish. Look at the weekly. Does this look bearish to you? No. Right? Does this look bearish to you? No. We just closed above the new weekly high. Does this look bearish to you? Maybe. But if this rejects and flips, guess what? We're flying. We're flying. We're going back up to the top of the range. So I want to stick with my primary bias of buys. Right? But since the sell option was there on the screen, I decided to take it to get a trade, right? But this can do whatever it wants now. I mean, this could trickle down like this, eventually hit my take profit, or this can come down, create support, and then I take trades towards the upside and fly. But now price has created a new support. It's a different trade. The previous idea is done, because the previous idea was take a trade, get to here, go break even, and try get to our TP. We already hit 2 of those steps. We took the trade, we went to our first target, and now it's done. So now if you're taking a trade, you know, it's different. Great prediction indeed. Really impressed. Appreciate you. Yeah, it wasn't prediction, just the way I trade to keep me safe, to avoid this drawdown. Because now, if you guys are still in the trade and you didn't go to break even like I did, now you're wondering, okay, will it continue down or is it going to hit my stop loss? Now you have this, you're worried about the trade. And I would be too, because my trade is created a support. I'm trying to take sells, but price is going up. It's not really what I want to be happening. Everything that is happening now is not going towards my direction of sells, right? Price created a support. It's now trying to trade up. So that's why it's best to go break even, so you avoid all of this. This is a big, what you're avoiding now long term is huge. Because you could be down here $800-900. You're sitting in $800-900 worth of drawdown when you are up $400-500. Why would you be up $400-500 just to sit in minus 800? It doesn't make any sense long term, you know? The way we're trading. If you're swing trading, it's different because that takes time to play out. So yeah, you could be up, then go back down, then go up again, then go down. That's different. Or intraday trading. But this type of trading, getting from point A to point B, you shouldn't be losing that income. If you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. Almost had a winning trade, unfortunately. But I consider break even a win because we protected ourselves from this pullback. Yeah, break even's the best thing to do. It's how you're gonna you're gonna reduce your losses, but also you have to make sure to know when to go break even. Right? What is the right places to go break even? At the moment, price is undecided. It's trying to push up. It's rejecting a little bit. So no information just yet. if you're in positions inside the range, if you're in positions like here or here, then you're just watching this candle not to close in the range. If this candle closes back inside the range, you should go break even. That's my advice. But for us, we took a trade outside of the range, so we don't want it pulling back on us like this, because if we pull back, this could pull back straight to our stops. In my opinion, and based on how I trade, that was the best way to manage it. Right? We hold drawdown for like a while. We hold drawdown. Harry, did you go to college? No, I did not go to college, brother. Finished high school, and I was gonna go to college and study business, but then I started my own business, which was in the lighting industry. I was providing lights for consumers, companies, not like these normal lights in the room we have, these neon signs. I was making neon signs. I had a white label in China, a manufacturer who was manufacturing and doing my fulfillment, and tried to scale the company, but then a lot of companies opened like that. And for me to market my the problem, so this is the thing I learned from that business, is that my product had no value. It was a commodity. There was, you know, not a commodity, sorry. It was a what's the word I'm looking for? Novelty. It was a novelty, right? It has no value. It's just, if someone wants a neon sign, someone can buy a neon sign. There's no value behind it. It's not a service that someone needs. It's not a product that solves a problem. It's nothing, right? So the problem I face is, okay, my company is not scalable long term because I provide no value. And then the world shifted to a place where people buy people, which has always been the case, where people buy people. But what you end up finding out is that there's many companies providing similar services. The second problem is you can't get a repetitive customer. Shaving companies, beard product companies, shampoo companies, they do well because you have a returning customer. So you don't necessarily need a big customer base to make money, because you can have 1,000 clients, but they're buying every month. So you have a repeat buying of 1,000 clients a month to fulfill your orders, right? So you don't need to get that far. And then what ended up happening is that many companies started, but they had huge marketing budgets. They were paying around $30,000, $25,000 to $30,000 on just online marketing. And my revenue was not big enough per month to cover that. Otherwise, I would just be in net negative, right? Because the signs were expensive. They would cost me like $200 to make, and my profit margin per sign was about $100. So I would have to be doing around 2,000 signs a month in order just to have the money to market on the same level as them. And they just overtook. So then I decided to close the company down, because at the time I was in crypto. I was doing well in crypto, and then I was also trading on the side, and then I pursued with trading, and that's that. And then, you know, the whole virus came and everything. So that's my story. How old are you, bro? I am 21. I'm actually 22 next month. Thought I was 252. Maybe one day I'll be 252. That would be pretty. Don't know if you'd want to live till that. Four years older than me? Yes, sir. That's nice, man. Do you have any other businesses? Yes, I do. They're not businesses, they're investments. So it's not like it's not a business that I run. but I do have investments that I diversified my crypto portfolio. That crypto portfolio did well. So I diversified a lot of that. Diversified into small amount into a trading account, rest into some property. And then at the moment, I'm actually holding a bit of liquidity. Damn, GJ, you're gonna do this to me like this? Gonna do me dirty. Do me dirty. So, now we have to go see what did we do wrong or right. Was it a good decision, bad decision? Because this looks like it's going to hit our TP. And as far as I can see. First of all, this is how. So now you guys, I'm going to teach you guys how to analyze your trade if you did wrong or right. First of all, did we have a chance to re-enter the trade? No. No 5-minute even gave us a chance to. This candle came out of nowhere. No 5-minute gave us a chance to re-enter the trade. That's part number one. Part number two. What would you feel when this candle is bullish up here and closing bullish? How are you going to feel? Are you going to feel good? Where are you managing the trade? And stuff like that. The issue I have is the support was created. The only way you cannot manage... The problem is there's no way to manage this trade. So you either accept hitting full stop loss, or you would have waited for this candle to close back in the range and then manage your trade here. So in reality, I don't think there's anything we could have done. Unless if I was in an earlier position from here or from here, then I would have waited for something to close back in the range, and I would have been at break even, and it would never tapped you in at break even. So you would have been fine and could have held this full position. Unfortunately, we were taking a trade outside of the range, so this was the best decision we could have made. And what's the most important is this is the most profitable, right? That's a B, not a P, right? That's the most profitable trade and decision we can take long term, right? So this is a long term game, and this is the most profitable, which will make us the most money long term, because we could have lost. But if you were in the same position as T-Rex, where he was in from somewhere here or somewhere here, then it's a different story, because now you would have been at break even and you would have been fine. But from where our entry was, we didn't have a chance. Hello Bruno, what time do you start your videos? An hour ago. I'm just about to end it actually. There's nothing for me. Price did what we did, but nice to see the plan play out. Nice to see the plan play out. If this wasn't counter trend, there's a chance. I think maybe I would have not been too aggressive with my break even, and I would have waited for a candle to close back in the range if this was not counter trend. But since this was a risky counter trend position, it's why I was a bit more aggressive. You've made so much of yourself so young. Nice. No, I wouldn't consider myself to be subpar, you know. It's not that much. There's a lot more that I want to do and push for, but it's very tough. I'll close early today. Just close at this weekly resistance. Close at this weekly resistance and be done. Just wait for it to hit that weekly resistance and be done. That's the target. You should be able to hit that. On this next 1 minute candle here, watch. This 1 minute candle is gonna do it. I demand. If this 1 minute candle breaks the low, you'll be good. It's good that I open no top wick. Just needs to flip. Do you always want to take a trade within the range? Yeah, it's cool if I can get the trade inside of the range to break out of the range. But unfortunately, sometimes the range is either too small, or it's not tradable, or it's not in my trading time. So, you know, depends. You know, if I can't trade in the range, I'll trade out of the range. You know, but this was not in my trading time. Yesterday, the plan to take the trade was inside of the range, so it's all good. Another thing, you can see the efficiency of this move. It's a lot of drawdown and waiting just to get 10 pips of profit. Right? What if it doesn't break the range? Then you are in a ranging market. Either you don't trade if the range is not big enough, or you just continue trading inside of the range. Alright guys, gonna wrap up the stream here. Nothing much for me on the charts. Price is just dilly-daddling at the moment. Not really doesn't want to go down, doesn't want to go up. It's taken about 45 minutes to move down 10 pips. So it's not too much volume here in the markets. Personally for me, I'll wait for London Open and make a decision based on that. And we will see, you know, how this thing develops, you know. If we can start creating resistance to continue down, I will take sells to continue down. If not, then I'll just be patient today, right? So yeah, that's my plan. Quick look at gold. Yep, don't sell into this support. You should have sold on that 15-minute resistance, and you would be at break even now. That's already 11 pips in profit, and that would have been your trade. So yeah, that's basically that, guys. Good luck today, and appreciate you all showing up for the stream. It's always a pleasure. Isn't there support at 171, 132? Yeah, there potentially is a support there, but who said I'm trading into there, right? There is a support there, but doesn't mean I'm trading into there, right? So yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting at the moment. I'm waiting. That's my plan. That's why I'm not. If I was about to take a trade, I would leave the stream on. But really, I need to wait. I need to wait for maybe something like that, or for us to reverse and actually continue up, because primary bias is bullish. So it's a patience game at the moment. But appreciate you all showing up as always. Hopefully catch you on the very next stream. With that being said, take care. Tradesharpe.